Good morning. Okay, so last time in class we read this book. What is this book called? Who can tell me? Yeah, Johnny, what's it called? It's called The First Bear in Africa. Right, so we have The First Bear in Africa. Let me grab my pointer. So, what we're going to be doing today, what did we talk about last time we read this book? Mia. We talked about asking questions. Well, yes, we're going to read this book again, but today we're going to be trying to figure out words that we don't know. How many times have you read a book and you got up to a word and you had no idea what it meant, and it made it kind of hard to read the book and understand it? Raise your hand if that's happened to you. It's happened to me, right? So something we can do is we can learn strategies to help us figure out those words. We call that decoding words. So today we're going to act like detectives, and we're going to figure out how to learn words that we don't know. So there are 3 different strategies. The first one is rereading the word. So rereading the word, let's say we're looking at the word Africa. So I get to Africa and I say, I don't know what that is. I can't really say it. Africa. And I read it a couple times. Africa. Oh, I've heard of Africa. That's a country. The second one we can do is we can look at the pictures. So what we do is we look around. So let's say there's a word here we don't know. Say, oh, there's giraffes in this picture. There's a little boy, there's a bear, and maybe that can help us figure out the word. And our last strategy is called skipping the word and coming back to it. So let's say we're reading in a passage and we get to a word that we don't know. So we decide, hey, maybe if we keep going, we can see what the word means then. Who can tell me what that's called when you skip to read ahead in the passage? Anybody know? No? That's okay. It's called using context clues. So that's when you can read ahead in the text or look at pictures. You're using your context clues to help you decode words. All right, so let's all put on our detective caps, grab our magnifying glasses, and we will learn how to decode words. So first off, reading this book, where does this book take place? Who can tell me? James. Africa, right, it takes place in Africa. And who's this? Who knows who this is? His name is Mato, and he is the main character. And what else do we see? We see giraffes. And last time, Kimberly told us about how she's seen giraffes in the zoo. Has anyone ever seen giraffes in Africa? Has anyone ever been to Africa? No? That's okay, me either. Let's go ahead and start reading. So we have The First Bear in Africa. There's our title page, and we see a hippo, a lion, a giraffe, and a bear. All right. My name is Mato. Here is the house where I live with my family and our animals in a very small village in the middle of the African savannah. So as we get to our unknown words, they have our sticky notes here. The first one I'm going to do with you, and we're going to work through a strategy. And then after that, when you come to other words, you're going to turn and work with a partner to figure out the words, and we'll talk about how you did it. Let's keep going. So here's his house. This morning, I hear the noise of a motor car coming toward us. Father, Father, I say, we are going to have visitors. Who can see the motor car? Point to the motor car. Right there, exactly. Good job. Oh, sticky note. It's a family of tourists. I don't know that word. Does anybody know that word? Anyone have a guess? No? Okay, so what's our first strategy? Who remembers? Maya, what's our first strategy? Rereading the word, exactly. So let's see. Tourists. Are there any parts of the word that we know? Carl, is there a part of the word that we know? Tour, right. Who can tell me what a tour is? Sam, what's a tour? Right, it's when you go somewhere and someone leads you around and they show you what it is. So does anyone have a guess of what tourist means after reading it again? Why don't we look at our picture? So what do we see? So we have Mato right there and his family, right? But who are all these people? Do they look like they're from Africa? Are they wearing the same kind of clothing? No, exactly. So it seems like they've come from a different place, right? So I'm gonna guess that tourists, who wants to guess what tourist is? Jim, you think it's people who come from far away, right? I think that too. So my guess is that a tourist is someone who comes from a different place to a new place, and they walk around and explore it. Maybe? Let's keep reading and see what it says. Do we think that's a good guess? Raise your hand if you think, put your thumb up if you think that's a good guess. Pretty much, yeah? So So it's a family of tourists who have come to say hello to us. They must have come from far, far away. So that's one of our guesses. We got it. They don't speak our language, which also says they come from a different place. And they wear so many clothes. And they watch us all from behind their photographic machines. I smile. They look funny. Meto, show your goat to the little girl, says my father. It looks like she loves animals too. It's true. The little girl also holds an animal in her arms. It is very small, and it has a bright red ribbon around its neck, just like the one the little girl has in her hair. I have never seen this kind of animal before. It is not from our savannah. After a very short visit, the family has to go. I feel sad that they're leaving. Goodbye, they yell to us from their car. We call back to them. Goodbye. But no! The girl has forgotten her little animal. Oh no, what do you think he's gonna do? Anyone have a guess? Carly, what do you think's gonna happen? You think he's gonna try to get it back to her? Let's find out. Wait! I call and I run after her. Wait! I have to catch up with them. Oh, you're right, Carly. He's running the bear back. Oh, sticky note alert. All right, so this time when I stop and say the word that we don't know, we're going to turn to our partners and use our strategies. Let's go ahead and say our strategies again. So reread the word, look at the pictures, and skip and read ahead. Okay, so those are our strategies. Think about which one you're going to use. Okay, so I take a shortcut by the marshes. Hello, Meto, Kiboko, a hippopotamus calls to me. What are you carrying in your arms? It looks like a beautiful little, what's that word? Creature? What's a creature? Let's find out. Everyone turn to your partner and use one of the strategies to try to figure out the word. All right, let's take a couple seconds. All right, who can tell me what strategy they used? Sarah, what strategy did you and your partner use? You used the skip and read ahead strategy. So what did we see? Let me have it for my son. Oh no, Kiboko, I yell back. I did not stop to explain. Do you think did that help? Did anyone get that? That didn't help me. Let's see. Anyone use a different strategy? Yes, Keenan, what strategy did you use? You looked at the picture, right? So it's a little creature. Who's our little creature? It's the bear, right? So we have our little bear. He's a little creature. And what is a bear? What is it? It's an animal, right? So a creature could be a type of animal. I think that's a very good guess. So let's keep reading. So let me have it for my son. Oh no, Kiboko, I yell back. I do not stop to explain. So he is in a hurry. A little farther away, Simba, a lion, is taking a nap with her family. I must be very quiet. I tiptoe. Wait, Simba roars. I smell a strange smell. Is there a new animal in my kingdom? I have no time to answer. The car is getting farther and farther away. Put your thumb up or your thumb down if you think he's going to catch the car. Thumb up or thumb down? Mostly thumbs down. Oh no, let's find out. Hello, Tembo. An elephant. You have big ears. Can you hear the car? Yes, Meto, but I also hear a young girl crying. Who do you think the young girl is? Who can tell me? Kylie. It's the little girl, exactly. So it's the girl who lost her bear. Tembo points his long trunk to show the way. I must find her to give her animal back to her. I have never seen anything like this animal, Tembo says. It comes from a country far, far away. It has to go back with that little girl. Run, Meto, quick! If I can hear her, she must still be close by. Hello, Twigga, a giraffe. With your long neck, sticky note alert. Can you tell me if you see a green car? Yes, I see it, the giraffe says. It is getting close to a giant bird. That must be the plane that will take them back home. Help me, Twigga. I must give this little animal to the girl. How, I don't know this word, peculiar, maybe? Peculiar? Anyone know what that word means? No? All right, turn and talk to your partner and use the strategies. All right, Kayana, what strategy did you use? You used the words around it, right? So you use words from other pages, which you can do too. So like skip and keep reading or think back on what you already read. So they talked about, Kiana said that I've never seen a Taurus like this one before, so obviously it's something that you don't usually see, right? Who thinks that they can guess what this word means? Jonathan, what does this word mean? Something that you don't usually see, something kind of weird, right? Exactly. All right, so come on, Mato, climb on my back. Twiga gallops, moving his long legs with all his might. Wait for us! Kaboko, Simba, and Tembo shout from behind. We want to find out who the strange animal is too. Faster, Twiga, faster, I shout. They are leaving. My bear, the girl cries. Bear? That must be the name of the little animal. You found him, she says. She gives me her red ribbon. For your goat, she says, and runs back to the plane. He made it to her. He got help from his friends. Soon the airplane carrying the little girl and her animal disappears into the clouds. Oh, sticky note alert, last one. The news spread quickly through the savannah. That little animal, he was a bear, says a bounding antelope. A bear, wonders an old zebra. But there are no bears in Africa. He was here, I promise, answers a lion cub. The first bear in all of Africa. How extraordinary, they all marvel. Extraordinary. I don't know what that word means. Who knows what that word means? Anyone? No? All right, quick talk with your partner. Who can tell me? Sammy, what's it mean? What'd you do? So he says, there are no bears in Africa. So you think it means something amazing because it's the first bear in all of Africa, right? You're exactly right. And they all marvel, which means to be in awe and amazement. All right, so that is the end of our story. So let's quickly say our strategies. Reread, look at the picture, and skip and keep reading. So now we're going to go ahead and go to our independent reading time, and we're going to practice that strategy.